So hello everyone, my name is Pranav Mane.
My name is Megh Gajjar.
So in this assignment, we have worked together on assignment 5 where we have built a functioning ATM simulation using a combination of GUI programming and a state-driven backend. So the goal of this assignment was to understand how an ATM moves through different screens and actions based on the user's input, and how each operation like the deposit, the withdrawal, or the transfer is controlled by a systematic state machine. Also, this project gave us an hands-on experience with the structure programming flow, with the GUI updates and error handling similar to how a real ATM behaves. So for that, first I'll go here in the assignment section and we'll download the assignments which we have already submitted one by one. And from here now we'll move our screen to VS Code and we'll start with our implementations.
So
Yeah.
after
So
we download all of our files from the Brightspace, so here, first of all, we are just gonna write a simple code to compile all of our files. So as we can see, all of our files have been successfully compiled to a class file. So here, if I talk about the implementations in the whole project, there were mainly two files which were display panel.java and the state.java files, which needed several helper functions as well as several modifications to the existing functions to make the ATM GUI work successfully and give the uh, expected output for a proper user interface. So here, all of the modifications and the helper functions for the display panel.java has been implemented by Pranav, and all of these helper functions as well as the several modifications to the code of state.java has been implemented by me. So Pranav will just make you go through all of his implementations. So over to you, Pranav.
yeah, thank you, Meg. Yeah, so I have worked on the display panel, the Java file, so which controls the user sees, which controls what the user sees on the ATM screen. So most of the display structure was provided, but I implemented and modified several helper functions that are essential for handling errors and showing correct instructions during the transaction. So specifically in that, I have implemented the show no cash which displays a message when the ATM doesn't have enough physical cash to complete a withdrawal. Also, the show withdrawal limit, wherein it shows a message when a withdrawal exceeds the allowed cash limit. Also, I updated the set current button string, so wherein that every screen update is logged into the test file by printing through the test log. So these small but important display functions ensures that whenever the state machine detects an issue, the screen immediately shows the correct feedback. This keeps the user informed and helps maintain a smooth experience. Thank you. Over to you, Meg.
Thank you, Pranav. So if I talk about my implementations in the state Java file, so basically I implemented the state Java file which controls all of the ATM's logic. My work included handling the complete flow for deposits, withdrawal, and transfers, selecting the right account, processing amount input, validating values, and finishing each transaction correctly. I also implemented the amount entry system, making sure the input is valid by blocking invalid zeros, preventing extra decimals and limiting decimal precision while updating the display in a real time. For withdrawal, I added sufficient fund and ATM cash checks and connected Pranav's error screen such as show no cash and show withdrawal. I also handle the cancel and logout flows, ensuring the ATM always transitions back to the correct state. Finally, I integrated all of the Pranav's display function. So every state changes displays the correct message or menu on the screen. Testing and output. If we talk about the testing and outputs, we verified our implementation using the automatic test cases, included in the ATM GUI. So here we are gonna just run a simple command to for first. So here, as we can see, all of the implementations have been carried out successfully. So we can see the proper user interface for the ATM system. Here we can use any of the functions right now, which can be implemented successfully. Also, as you can know, there are several messages which should be pop up when we fail to follow the instructions. Mm, Like here, as we input this value, so it just shows us that we are out of the sufficient funds and we don't have enough cash to withdraw it. So here all of our implementations are working successfully to deliver the proper simulation of the ATM. So here from my friend Pranav will conclude this session.
Yeah, thank you, Meg. So to conclude this assignment gave us a strong understanding of like how an ATM works internally, from interface changes to state transitions and error handling. So by dividing the work between the display panel and state, we were able to build a clean and a realistic ATM simulation. So where the backend logic and the GUI work seamlessly work together. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.